Hi, and welcome to episode 10 of my series about the Pyara region, a fakemon region inspired by Pakistan. We've been going through Pyara's mangrove forests over the past couple of episodes, and in this episode we're going to start moving away from the forest into more mountainous areas of the region. Starting off, here's the poison psychic type Henna. This Pokemon is based on Mehndi, body art using Henna dye, which is an important part of Pakistani fashion and culture. No Desi wedding or Eid celebration would be complete without it. Its pigtails are based on the cones of dye used to apply Mehndi, creating the dye from its plant-based diet in much the same way that animals such as poison dart frogs derive their characteristic chemicals from their diets. It uses this dye as a natural defense mechanism, making it unappetizing to predators, but also applies the henna to itself as a focus for its psychic abilities, much like a magic circle. However, owing to its lack of manual dexterity, its body art looks somewhat rough and untidy, much like whenever I get my hands on a henna cone. But with enough experience, it can refine its skills and evolve into Mehndi. Its pigtails have changed into a single ponytail, which it has greater control over, allowing it to create more intricate patterns across its body and use stronger psychic abilities as a result. The Poisena line storing its dye in its hair is a reference to another application of henna dye, as a hair dye. You see this most often on older people, with the henna turning greying hair a bright orange. Next up, here we have Ultruki. This steel fighting type is based on the classic tokusatsu hero Ultraman, with a little grey alien thrown into the mix. Believed to come from space, Ultruki have a strong sense of justice and will often take on opponents several times their own size to protect the weak, which doesn't always go well. But with enough time and experience, Ultruki can evolve into the kind of hero it always wanted to be. Maholtra. That's right, it's a magical girl too. I didn't want to go just straight Ultra with Ultruki's evolution because number one, that's predictable, and number two, with all the Ep.10 in my artistic blood, I would have just made way big again. So I thought combining Ultraman with the likes of Sailor Moon would be a fun way of making this line more distinctive, while paying homage to two different Japanese superheroes. Next up is a line of Pokemon with a fun origin story. So in, I want to say 2016, I was sitting in an airport with my little brother, who was 11 at the time, with my sketchbook out, drawing ideas for what would become the All-Mate region. To pass the time before our flight, I asked him to give me an animal and a Pokemon type to see what I could make from it, and he gave me Fighting-type and Snake. From this prompt, I came up with the names Cobrawl and Brawnaconda. These guys didn't end up making the cut for the All-Mate decks, but 7 years after they were conceptualized, I thought they'd be a perfect fit for the Pyara decks. I had to change Cobrawl's name and concept because I already have a Cobra Pokemon in Cassilisap, but here we have Battlesnake and Brawnaconda. Battlesnake attacks with its boxing glove rattle, while Brawnaconda specializes in grappling and is designed to look like a pair of muscly arms, which are sometimes called pythons. Wrapping things up for this episode, here's a ground type Siltyke. This little guy lives in desert areas and has an inbuilt floaty to stop it from sinking into the sand. It gets better at moving through sand once it evolves into the ground fighting Doodoon, dropping the floaty and gaining a surfboard made out of rock that it uses to surf on sand. These guys are part of the aquatic thing, but it's a ground type design trope Pokemon likes to do every now and then. But sandboarding is also a real extreme sport. That's all for this episode. The question for this episode is, what's your favourite humanoid Pokemon? How do you prefer Pokemon that lean towards the more humanoid side of things to look? Let me know if you'd add any of the Pokemon featured in this video to your Pyara region team too. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. And will often take on opponents several times their own size to protect the Weech. The Weech? Yeah, it's me, the Weech!